Ladies and gentlemen, to my viewers across the globe, particularly to those seated in our multi-purpose hall in White Knight Academy, Buhari Barangoni, Abuja, Nigeria, for this program, Hour of Discovery of Recovery and Recovery. As you can see on the screen, today we'll be sharing with you the topic I've titled, The Giant in You is Not Dead, it's just asleep. Every normal human being who go to bed in the night is expected to wake up in the morning, all things being equal. If a human being who go to bed at night refuse to wake up in the morning, it means, or it may be, the one who have the power to make us sleep and to make us get up from our sleep has taken life. So the same thing is a sleeping giant. God said concerning you and me that creation, He has packaged inside of us in our mama's belly what we need to dominate in life, what we need to address challenges in life. These sleeping giants that many people have not tapped, many are still trying why they have solution to the challenges and problems facing them is the sleeping giant. And I want to trust God at the end of this presentation. I want you to listen with rapt attention. That at the end of this presentation, the sleeping giant in you, in me, will arise. A couple of weeks ago, I had an encounter. In that revelation, I saw in a valley children, teenagers, and even adults who are lying down as if they were dead. God was just painting to me the picture of sleeping giants. All manner of prayers I prayed for these people to wake up from their sleep and slumber, but they did not. I even sang some choruses, they did not. And in this encounter, I saw a personality who now asked me a question. Who among these sleeping ones do you want to rise? And I pinpointed about three of them. And just a command, I saw the giant in these three people I pinpointed rose up. They came up alive. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the screen, you will see what if everything you need is already inside you, but asleep? That is, some people have challenges, they are looking for solution elsewhere, but God is saying all you need to solve that problem is already packaged inside of you. You are not weak. You are not late. You are not finished. Have you had people before who will say, I am finished? No, you are not finished. Challenges are champions' daily menu. You are just unawakened. What we are saying here is that you are not finished. You are only sleeping and you need to be reawakened to the reality of life. Who is a giant? The giant within you is your unused potential, your buried confidence, your delayed destiny, your ignored calling. Every human carries a giant. Few wake it. And if you look at the first one again, your unused potentials. We are talking of abilities you carry but haven't fully deployed. You have not deployed them. You have not even identified them, not to talk of deploying them. Your buried confidence, coldness, silence by fear, rejection, or delay. Some of you know you can do some things, but you are afraid. What of if they laugh at me? What of if they make mockery of me? And the advice I give to people, be confident. Try to activate your vision. Try to give voice to those things you know you can do. Let them mock you first. The more the mockery, the more the making. Sometimes God used the mockery of men to make us. Your delayed destiny, we are talking of a future postponed, not cancelled. That is who you are. Your ignored calling, that inner voice you keep pushing inside, something keep telling you, you can do this thing, I can do this thing, I can. But you say no because of fear. And I said, every human carries a giant. Few wake it. It is my prayer that after this presentation, you will wake the sleeping giant inside of you. Now see the next subheading. Signs your giant is asleep. What are the warning signs? For you to know that the giant in you is asleep. Number one, you settle for less than you dream. You accept survival when you were built for significance. I've seen a lot of young men, some are graduates from universities who have the potential to even be employers of labor, yet they are busy looking for job everywhere. I've seen a couple of people who have the skills that they can apply to solve problems that will fetch them income, good income, yet this one go about begging. Number two, you procrastinate on your purpose. We are saying signs your giant is asleep. What are the warning signs? Number two, you procrastinate on your purpose. Here you delay what demands courage. Listen to this. It takes a lion heart to have a lion share. You know, lion is very bold. He's not afraid. So you need courage. Then number three, signs your giant is asleep. You fear visibility and responsibility. Here you avoid the weight that greatness carries. For every glory, there is a story. For every prize, Prize, there is a price to pay, Price. But some of us, we are shying away from the prize, but we are interested in the prize. We are shying away from the story. We want the glory. Another sign is you blame circumstances instead of choices. And today, this one is very, very common, very rampant. Some of us blame the government. Some of us blame economic situation. Some of us blame our parents. Some even blame God. Some of our people will say, why have you created me, God, when you know I cannot be taken care of? No, don't blame God. Don't blame your parent. Don't blame the government. A man is the architect of his own life. You need to first tap the potential inside of you, the sleeping giant. Let me share this story with us. After I graduated from the university, I did my NYC and I did my MSc almost immediately. That's master's. And there was no job forthcoming. One day, I decided to go into prayers. It was a night. That night, it was not even prayer. I have a corner in my room where I used to pray. But this particular night, I was discouraged in praying. I asked, I said, all the prayers I've been praying, where are the answers? So practically, I was crying that night. I was crying. And in that tears, with that tears in my eyes, crying, I was asking, talking to God, Lord, why is it that now I'm finding it difficult to have a job? After all, when I got admission into the university, I did not lobby. You are the one who helped me. I don't know anybody in ABU area. Throughout my university days, from my 100 level to 400 level, even my master's, I never cheated for once in exam. Why is it that things are now difficult? That I need to just get a job to put food on my table and money in my pocket. I cried and I slept off that night. And during the night season, I encountered divinity. And the next thing that came to my mind, as soon as I wake up, when I was talking, I said, okay, what do I have inside of me? Or what talent do I have that I can package so that I will use this talent and people will pay me money? I was the one asking myself the question, and I still provided the answer. I said, but I can teach accounting. But the next thing is, how do I get the people that will need my service? So as the day broke, after that encounter, I went to a football field in Gelesu, in Congo campus, in ABU's area there. And I saw some people discussing. I never knew what they were discussing. But God just ordered my step. I walked into their discussion. They never invited me. And it was during that encroachment into their discussion that I heard them talking about Table Secondary School. I've been in abuse area for like 7 years then. That was the first day I heard about Table Secondary School. And from their discussion, I learned that they sacked their accounting teacher because the WAEC result came out and none of the students credited accounting. So they are looking for another teacher to teach financial accounting. That was the information I just need to turn around. Remember, I've first done the analysis. I can teach accounting. I know accounting very well. But how do I get the people who will need my service? Immediately I got that information, delay is dangerous. I quickly go back home, change my clothes, did my application, and I pick Okada, Kabu Kabu, Achaba, Table. They took me to Table. And when I got to Table, I fill a form. They asked me my reason for coming. I say for employment. As what? Accounting teacher. And the way they do their interview in Table, they will give you a topic and ask you to enter the class to teach students. So when they give me that topic, it was control accounts. They gave me the topic to go back home and prepare for like 3 days. So in 3 days, I should come back. And I said to myself, what if I go back home to go and prepare for 3 days? And I now come back the third day and they said the vacancy has been filled. They have employed another teacher because the sleeping giant in me has been awoken. I told them I am ready to enter the class now. They were surprised. And of course, they arranged a class. I entered the class. I introduced the topic and I asked the students, is there anyone with a textbook in accounting? They were looking at themselves. Nobody have a textbook. And I said, okay, never mind about textbook. Take this question. I dictated the question. That's the giant in me wasn't sleeping, already awake. I dictated a question, and from the story I heard, they said they have never seen it before in the history of that school, that a teacher dictating questions, something that is not 1 page, sometimes 2 pages, without looking at a textbook. And the same day, they were the one begging me to wait and collect my employment letter. So we should stop blaming circumstances instead of choices. Don't blame anybody. There is something God has deposited inside of us. He has not created anyone empty. So wake up that giant in you and begin to make impact in life. Next slide. The question, what put the giant to sleep? The silent killers of greatness. Listen very carefully. What are the things that kill greatness? Because anyone whose giant is sleeping, you cannot function maximally. Number one, fear of failure. Here we are talking of the voice that says, what if it doesn't work? Each time, have you noticed each time you want to try something, we tell you, what if it doesn't work? What if it did not succeed? Try first. If it doesn't work, try again. You are not a failure by being on the floor. You are a failure when you remain on the floor. After all, the guy who discovered the electricity bulb, you know how many times he tried? And each time they asked 999 times, about 1,000 times. And each time they tried to maybe challenge him, he said, no, I did not fail. I only learned 999 ways on how it will not work. Number two, silent killers of greatness, because all of you carry seed of greatness, but they are silent killers. Number two here from the screen is fear of success. And here we mean the weight of responsibility you are afraid to carry. Because some of you in your family, you'll be thinking, if I have breakthrough now, if I'm successful, there will be too many responsibility on me. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. In every family, God usually chooses at least one person that we be successful. And God has chosen you to be successful so that others will benefit from your success. You have heard me say before, success without succession makes you a failure. If your success starts with you alone and ends with you, then you are not successful. So don't be afraid of success. Let the success come first. Then the management of that success will follow. Another silent killers of greatness is past disappointments. Disappointment. Maybe you have had experience of disappointment in the past. Maybe people even mock you and you don't want to try again. Yesterday's pain, trying to control tomorrow. Yesterday is already past. Let it be in the past. Face the future. Face tomorrow. If you remember the story of the Wright brothers who discovered the aircraft, they are the one who eventually had the breakthrough. They were not the first person who started research on this aircraft. There is this Professor Langley who started. And when it attempted the first attempt to fly the aircraft, it crashed. That people were even making mockery of him. Langley's folly. They allowed the mockery of people to stop him. Today, nobody talk about him alone again for trying. So nobody remember you for trying. Only those who fight and conquer wear the golden crown. So don't allow past disappointment to hold you down. Number 4, silent killers of greatness is wrong voices. Opinions louder than your own conviction. When you begin to hear some voice, you cannot make it, you cannot do it. That is the voice of the enemy. You shut it up. And as you are hearing the voice of the enemy negatively, you also learn voice that I can do it, I can do all things. Ladies and gentlemen, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. Take down. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. If you are hearing a strange voice saying you cannot do it, you speak. Let your own voice be louder. Tell the negative voice to keep quiet. Shut up. I can do it. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Another silent killer of greatness is comfort zones. Comfort zones. These are safe places that slowly shrink your capacity. Safe places. Some of you who have the capacity, I've mentioned that before, you have the capacity to be an employee of labor. You say, I'm satisfied with, let me just be collecting my salary. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a place that is called there. And until you are there, you are not there. The last one is comparison culture. Measuring your journey against someone else's timeline. Every one of us have come to this world to run different assignments. Even if you are on same assignment, you are not going to run the same assignment the same way. Stop comparing yourself with another person. Everyone should be on his or her lane. Don't use another person's success to measure your own. During one of my presentations, see what I drew the attention of my audience. I said, out of the 8 billion, over 8 billion people we have on earth today, there is nobody anywhere that looks exactly like you, that thinks the way you think, talk the way you talk, reason the way you reason. Even your fingerprints, 2 identical twins, they are not the same. And you know the reason you cannot find anybody anywhere in the world that is exactly like you? The reason is our God is a creator and not a duplicator. So you are unique, you are special. That is where creativity and innovation have to come in. Even if you are doing the same thing with another person, you will put a touch of your own uniqueness into it. Now listen to this closing statement for this slide. Giants don't die, they are silenced. I pray for you today that silent giant inside of you will wake up, will rise in the name of Jesus. Now listen, the lie you were told, maybe some of the lies they've told you, this is just how life is. You see people use that slang, a lie designed to keep you passive, that this is how life is. Well, that so life be. Some even will speak broken, that's so life be. Some will even say people like you don't succeed. Don't believe all those lies. Number two, you have missed your chance. A sentence spoken without authority. Do not agree with all these lies that you were told. Next, giants wake up in moments of decision. See it here. Every awakening starts with one decision. It all has to do with for you to stand up from excuses and fear. Just make up your mind that I'm not afraid of anything. I can do all things. Number two, to rise, to try again. You have to rise and you have to try again. Refuse to be defined by past attempts. Then to stop shrinking, to take responsibility. And here we say the giant respond to courage, not comfort. What happens when the giant wakes? That is, when the giant in you wake up, what happens? See it here, transformation begins. When the giant in you wakes up, fear bows to faith. Vision becomes action. Excuses give way to execution. Ordinary people do extraordinary things. And here I say history is written by awakened giants. From awareness to activation, awakening is not enough. You must take practical steps. After the meeting today, or after listening and watching this presentation, I expect you to begin to take those steps. Those things that this voice, the negative voice has been saying, you cannot do it. Begin to make attempts and you will see you can do them. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. You can get your Bible and write this quotation down. A great tragedy in life is what dies in a man while he lives. A great tragedy in life is what dies in a man while he lives. Don't allow your giant to sleep forever. Awakening is not enough. Say, believe differently. Number two, speak differently from your language. Act differently. Let your action show it. Choose growth daily. Then we say activation requires discipline. What are the keys to awakening the giant? How do I awake the giant in me? Number one, renew your mindset. The mind is the battlefield where the battles of life are either won or lost. So renew your mindset, change how you think to change how you live. Number two, feed your mind with truth. Replace noises with wisdom. As number three, guard your environment. Protect what influences your thinking and actions. That's what we are saying there. Number four, take uncomfortable actions. Growth lives outside comfort. Don't do things only. You know the nature of human being. We want what we want, where we want it, how we want it, and when we want it. There are some things that are not convenient, but those are the things that has blessing hidden. It's just like in economics. Anything that has no price doesn't command value. So cheap things. But when there is a price to it, then it will have value. Then we say commit to growth. Here we say decide to get better every day, not occasionally. What you feed grows, what you ignore sleeps. See, you were built for more. Ladies and gentlemen, you were created to lead, not hide. Build, not beg. Influence, not imitate. Leave impact, not excuses. Small thinking is an insult to your design. Say to the person seated next to you, small thinking is an insult to your design. I want you to tell the person seated next to you, small thinking is an insult to your design. Then a personal reflection moment. I'm asking you a question now. What dream did I abandon? I'm asking you, or ask yourself, what are the dreams you have abandoned? What fear has been controlling you? Those are the things. Then where have you been playing small? You try to pencil this question down. The coordinator will ask you this question after my presentation and you give him answer. What dream did I abandon? You ask yourself the question, what are the dreams? Maybe in the time past I've been dreaming, but maybe you are afraid that it may not come to pass, or you don't have what it takes to actualize the dream and you have abandoned it. Pencil them down, you share with other attendees and the coordinator after my presentation. See the second question, what fear has been controlling me? I expect you to write these questions down because you're going to provide the answers. Where have I been playing small? Where have you been playing small? That, let me hide myself or let me take it easy. Whereas there is a giant inside of you. This is the moment the giant stares. Your wake-up call as I close, this is your alarm, not tomorrow, not next year, not when things are perfect. Now, it is now. Delay is dangerous. Procrastination is a thief of time. There are some of you listening to me today that God has orchestrated in such a way that you are the one that should be the answer to the challenges in your family. You are the one that should be the solution to people around you. God has packaged much inside of you for people to be able also to actualize their destiny. But because you are afraid, you are looking at yourself as small, you have not done anything. Do you know how many people who are not fulfilling their purpose or purposes because you have refused to also fulfill your own? I now say greatness delayed is greatness denied. I want you to declare this boldly. Everybody, the giant in me is awake. I arise. I act. I become. I expect you to give action to this. As you are saying, the giant in me is awake. I expect you to really stand up. The giant in me is awake. I rise.
I rise.
I act.
I act.
I become.
I become.
Say it for the last time. The giant in me is awake. I rise.
I rise.
I act.
I act.
I become.
I become.
Put your hands together for yourself and sit down. As I close, closing charge. The world is not waiting for more talent. Take note of this. It is waiting for awakened giants. I'll take that again. The world is not waiting for more talent. It is waiting for awakened giants. Wake up, stand up, step out. And as you do this, you will begin to get results. Take one bold action today. Speak life over your future. Refuse to go back to sleep. The giant is awake. Don't hit snooze. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening and for your attention.
Speaking life into us or to us this evening. So I don't know, maybe we can just take the questions, any questions
All right.
or any questions right
Yeah,
now.
there are
So
questions here. Let me bring up the slide so that they can now respond. I don't know. All right. Can you see the first question there? What dream did you abandon? You ask yourself now. Ask yourself, see, when you read this, what dream did I abandon? So do we have anybody who want to share? Maybe some years back, or a couple of years back, or a couple of months ago, or weeks ago, You have this big dream that you are looking at it. Can this thing be possible? Can it be possible? And you have abandoned it. You have given up. Anybody who want to share with us? Briefly.
Yes, very briefly, anybody here,
Or you don't
because
dream at all. We are not talking of dreaming at night that some of you, well, especially those who love play too much, when you play before you go to bed, you may see yourself in dream. We are talking of dreaming big, having
okay,
a vision. Anybody?
so anybody with dreams, that means things you have been looking to become, and somehow right now it has been, it's looking
Yeah,
like
something you have
you're
been thinking about that can bring solution to humanity, but you give
okay.
up.
How many of us, we have one, two, I know is there, is three, I know we are much. We are much. So but let's take this for that. So Samuel, let's start with you. Your name. Good evening, everyone. My name is Samuel Solomon. And from the starting of the things around me, from the beginning, when I was growing up, but today, I really, the time to make me wake up. Seriously, there's more confidence in me today. And now I believe that I can do that. Thank you,
That's
sir.
great. That's great, man.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Abata Ezekiel. Um, I think 5 years back, I've always dreamt of advertising, advertisement. Like, I've always dreamt of going to an enterprise, maybe a business or a company, go there and then hand over my services. I'm a graphic designer, video editor. I also manage content. Also design products. And I've always wished that, I've always dreamt that I'll be heard and known amongst the society of commerce, among the society of buying and selling, that this one is one who, if it comes to your company, he advertises your products, you will definitely get customers and others. So that thing actually died in me since I've always been timid. So on social media, you won't find me there. You will not find me there. You will not find my work there. So I've always been timid. I kept quiet. I will just tell my friends, hey, bro, what's up? I'm graphic designer. Just but now, after all you just said, sir, you actually spoke my mind. You spoke my mind. That you
Wow.
really for your presentation actually wrote something with me. It actually wrote something with me actually. If you like that, next
A round
tomorrow,
of applause. Great, great.
maybe next 2 months or next 5 months, we help my company. I usually tell you that I came to I came to this meeting and then it's saying actually entered inside me and wrote something about sleeping. Thank you so much for your invitation.
A round of applause, a round of applause. That's great. The third person, right? One more person.
Um, my name is Lucas Shedron. I'm actually blessed and seriously the sleeping giant and the sleeping inside the place. I can feel different from now, from this moment. I actually have so many visions. This particular one that is so dear to me is maybe becoming a multi-businessman that can go into different business and then, you know, I actually have been for a long time. But sometimes I woke up in the morning and then look at the situation around, feel hopeless and hope is gone. But through your teaching this evening, I feel it is not late. I can feel that in the next 2 or 3 years, I am already a millionaire.
Great one. Great one. All right. That's the third person, right?
So I think it's not. So seriously, I want to use this privilege to say thank you for this great teaching. If I know that there's somebody in me that is being oppressed by different situations. But I feel at this moment, I'm no longer oppressed. From
I
this
love
moment,
that.
just thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. What we're gonna do, coordinator, we have two more questions. Two more questions. What fear has
Yes,
been
sir.
controlling me? Then where have I been playing small? I want this one to be interactive. Let them interact, then you close. Serve them the entertainment or refreshment rather as they interact. I want the last two questions to be interactive. Then those people who have spoken, if there is a way you can maybe, I don't know how, whether you private chat or just write in a paper, give to the coordinator. That's you give to Mr. Rob. One of the reasons for this forum is for God to use us to help people actualize their dreams. We are not just gathering here for fun. No. But until you have a dream and you are able to identify the dream, there is no how actualization can come. So those of you who have dreams, you have visions, you have, let me use one word that cover everything. You have ideas and you are afraid that the ideas may not come to pass because of limitation, because of one barrier or the other. This is the time you put them on paper, give it to the coordinator. We will now see how we can support you to actualize those ideas or dreams because we know one dream actualized that benefit one person will benefit others. The second thing I want to say is that I'm impressed with the number I'm seeing today who turn out, but it can be better. Talk to somebody about this program. Let them know what you are benefiting so that next time you are coming, you invite one person. If all of you seated today, invite one person. Don't be selfish. Don't be the only one benefiting. Tell others you are really missing. So like we did last week, on our platform, I'm going to share this slide again. I will share it so that you can be going through over and over. Once we finish here, I will share it on the platform. So if you are not on that platform, see the coordinator, put your number, your phone number, that's your WhatsApp number should be added. And if you don't have a phone number, let your parents know that this hour of discovery and recovery is adding value to you. If they are going to add their number, whatever we share, they will see it. You will be able to have access to it. Once again, you are welcome to Hour of Discovery. Nice talking to you today. And as you go this week, go and win. It's a new month. God will do new things in your lives. Those things you are afraid of, begin to take steps to do them. You will realize that what you are fearing is also afraid of you. Thank you again for your attention. Our coordinators and all the units created, we want to appreciate you. Just put in your best and the reward will come for sure. Bye for now. I will excuse myself. Me, I'm a very busy person. I have to go and do another presentation somewhere. Bye bye.
Just I know we have a lot of Christians here, we have Muslims among us, so just in a way you to understand. Just pray and prophesy more blessing, more wisdom, more knowledge to the missionary that God will add, because the more he receives, the more we will get. And he is like a channel of both spiritual and